But again, there is a restriction in the channel of the voice that wishes to share, to communicate, to bring through certain information. Beautiful souls, a heart that wants to help. But in that wanting to help, we can cause more harm than harmony. And what that can end up doing is hurting others. I'm going to keep today's introduction short. I'm going to allow you guys to get to the reading, to feel into it, and to see if anything comes up for you during this. A name that is once more unfamiliar to me. However, it was and has been highly requested. I'll see you beautiful souls in the comment section. You asked for a reading on Samuel B. Lee. Let's go. Okay, so just coming in now, and we have two forces that are opposing each other. Two forces. And what is happening in the field of this individual is that as these two forces oppose, it causes a struggle. What that struggle is a connection to do with what is real and what's not. What is real, what is not. And that is something that this gentleman here is trying to find out for himself. There we go. And as these two forces oppose themselves, and it causes the struggle, an internal conflict, it is then deciding, but also not knowing which direction to go in. What wants to be highlighted at this time is the word force. When our energy body begins to move in a certain way that builds a current to force situations, to force an understanding, to even force truth. And you might be wondering, how can you force truth? When someone starts to force a truth, it means that they are more actively and that they have been engaging more in mind, in the mental body. It is starting to want for a way that isn't necessarily clear or pure. That then touches and moves in to an individual's belief system and the structures that they have placed around themselves, wanting for something, a truth that might not be. And even as I said that then, on the screen, the gentleman there just grimaced. And that was the exact emotional current that is tied to what has come through so far. It's a grimace. And that means that the energy body cannot relax. The energy body is in a fight. And it also touches upon survival, fight or flight. I'm going to move to the next clip and see what we have. And that is the very first thing that comes through in this second clip. That is truth, which is what he is deeply seeking for. But again, there is a restriction in the channel of the voice. There is a restriction in the channel that wishes to share, to communicate, to bring through certain information. And that channel right there, what we're being told, there we go, is distorted. That distortion causes a pain in the capacity of the body, the upper energy centers. And the reason why it does that is because there is a certain holding. There is a certain holding pattern in this individual. And that is what is causing the very elements and aspects of energy that we found in that very first clip. And as that struggle takes place there, it does leak out into the field, and it does then start to cause a confusion once more in the upper energy centers of the body, and we get taken back to the mind. And let's just see, because there is a communication here around the heart space, which is a more sensitive area in this person's field. And this sensitivity means that he greatly wants to help. There is no denying that. This person greatly wants to help. But sometimes in our want to help, we can end up causing more harm than good. And that is why it is so important, before we give and before we offer help, it is not about being perfect. It is not about having everything together before we can lend a helping hand, or even just to be present with another, to offer some of our energy. But it is important that our energy is clear at the time we offer help, so that the sharing doesn't become distorted, and that the sharing, the advice, the care, and that which we are offering isn't harmful. And unfortunately, at this time that I communicate with this person's field, it is doing more of the harm than the good. The good meaning that when you go to someone, when you listen to someone who is clear, the field is clear, the energy body is clear, it is grounded. that beautiful energy there without even trying. Creates an impact onto yours, most of the time very subtly, and it impacts your energy in a way that it then starts to work itself by clearing anything that you may have had confusion over, anything that you may have had uncertainty with, anything that you may have felt a little not yourself ungrounded. That energy that comes from someone that is very clear within themselves, effortlessly benefits you without needing to take from you and disturbing your energy. I'm going to go into the final clip now. And it says that this was uploaded 6 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. That was very nice. And the reason why that opening few seconds there was very nice is that someone is coming out. It is a wanting to show themselves, and it is a wanting once more to do something where the expression of their voice to share in the world is greater than not, is greater than being idle. So then we have someone there where we would call at the beginning. And that is always wonderful to see when people take that step. They risk it, even though they might be scared and they might be fearful of going on a camera, going into a public space to show what it is that they've been keeping inside. All right, beautiful souls, I'm going to wrap that up there and I'm going to disconnect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful souls, you asked for a reading on someone called Samuel B. Lee. Very commonly requested. So I felt it was important to share my findings with you at this time. As always, share with me anything that came through for you during that reading, anything that you may have felt, and even if it was subtle. I will see you in the comments section, beautiful souls. And as always, if you enjoy these readings, give the video a thumbs up and I'll see you in the comments section. Love and blessings, beautiful souls. Until the next one, love and blessings.